Tales of the Caballos by William H. White. Part 4, Chapter 1, Ace's Hideout. Author's note. In part 4 of this writing, I have selected some of my favorite treasure stories of the Caballo Mountains. Some are merely adventures, while others have real prospect of fruition. The reader must be the judge of this. The real joy of treasure hunting is the anticipation of succeeding. We are a strange lot, we treasure hunters. We get up each morning feeling that today is our birthday, and before the day is through, we will receive presents. If it doesn't happen today, that is all right, because there's always tomorrow to look forward to. If we walk into a room full of horse dung, we always look for the pony. We are the world's greatest optimists. Part 4 is about the personal adventures of William White, the author. Part 4, Chapter 1, Ace's Hideout. This story is actually about a military installation that may exist in and on the Caballo Mountains. It began with a phone call from a retired Army colonel, whose name is not important. The call was made at the request of Wells Hoverride, a longtime friend of the colonel. The call came in on our cell phone one afternoon while we were working in Long Bottom Canyon. The colonel explained that his last duty before retiring from the Army was to inspect the military facilities that existed on the Caballo Mountains. As the story goes, the colonel drove to the towers from the east side using the service road. From there, he went south along a steep trail to a point where the trail divided. The trail to the right went to Angel's Landing, while the less used trail to the left went to the military facility. The colonel described it as a concrete bunker with a chain link fence around it. According to the colonel, the chain link fence had been breached with a ladder and people had been going inside the facility. The colonel proceeded to enter the bunker and descended 4 levels, at which point a massive iron door with monster padlock in its place blocked his path. The colonel had the key. From here he descended 6 to 8 levels until he came to the storage areas the Army had seen fit to supply in the early years following World War II. The colonel's job was to inventory the items left by the military and make sure that nothing had been pilfered over time. I can give you a rough sketch of what was there as told by the colonel, but I cannot be specific. There were chemical agents, water and food, gold bullion, and 2 flying machines. Nothing had been touched or pilfered as this inspection, so the colonel reported. I thanked him for his information and terminated the call. Could this possibly be true? John Roman had reported seeing these machines, as did Willie Dahit. Could these be the same machines they observed when passing through the mountain? According to the colonel, this was designed as a safe haven for scientists and statesmen in a time of national crisis. America had moved into the atomic age at the close of World War II, and at that time, no one actually knew how things would turn out in the future. The Army was just improving their survival position in an era of uncertainty. I call this story Ace's Hideout because there was a rumor around town that Ace, a local character, had located this bunker and went up there to play survivalist from time to time. Other than that, there is no connection. I have never met Ace, and I am unsure if he is still around town. I have searched for this bunker on at least 8 occasions and never found it at this writing. I believe it could be in the upper Burbank Canyon, somewhere near Sardine Canyon, for those interested in helping search for it. What troubles me is the unsolicited phone call from the Colonel. Why would he call me if this weren't true? There was absolutely no reason for him to deceive me. We had never met. According to the Colonel, the Army is aware of this facility, but it is just on the back burner for the time being. The day may come when the Army will come to remove this facility if they have not already done so. The end. Up next is Part 4, Chapter 2, Bat Cave.